So what have been some of the challenges you have faced during this project?
So COVID, definitely during the COVID time, when the overseas investors and users cannot come to Cambodia, that is a hiccups in 2022 at that time.
Yes,
but for us, during that time we more focused on the local owners. So that's why in the past 4 or 5 years, touch wood for Urban Village and Factory Phnom Penh, we're doing very well. So that's why we made a record of selling over almost 3,000 units in our record. Yes. And at the same time, we also got lots of awards. You can see on the tables from England, from UK, from Singapore, from Hong Kong, from Malaysia, even from Japan and US. We have the recognition internationally because we have the concept of ESG, like to preserve factory. You can see like on top of this roof is a old factory roof. So like because we reserve all these, there's lots of stories under this roof.
As you say, walls can talk. There'll be some great stories behind them, wouldn't they? Yeah.
Yes. Especially the first day when we open up this space. In fact, like lots of parents coming in, they said like they are old parents, they work in here. Like this place is supposed to be a Levi's factories.
Levi's?
Yes,
wow.
Over 60% of the Levi's over the world in 2012 made in this factory.
This factory,
yeah,
wow.
60% over the world. So when they come in, when we firstly open this factory, it's always enclosed because they're afraid people take their jeans or take their products from the factory. So this area is totally enclosed and locked up. But like when we opened up in 2018, 19, I think, like when we firstly opened, like people feel amazed. Oh, like they have lots of old memories. And then they tell their kids, like this is what your father do in here. Like this is there's supposed to be a long table doing the linking of the jeans of the pants. So it's quite amazing. So that's why also I'm also from the second generation. My first generations, my parents came over 30 years ago to this country to do garment factory, something like this. Like, we are still one of the biggest garment manufacturer in the country. We have 30,000 workers now in the country, in Cambodia. So yes, why we preserve all this is to keep the old story so that they can tell the roots of the culture from the old generation to the new generation. So from the new generation, when they are getting married, have kids, and then they can tell the new generation. So this is what we are doing. What we want to say is Cambodia, we love Cambodia a lot. We love the culture here a lot. We love the people here a lot as well.
I mean, I've been here, been coming for 25 and 9 years. And same reason, it just has a different vibe here. It's so relaxing, easy place to live and things. So in the last 30 years then of knowing Cambodia, you've seen a lot of changes with the growth, with the way people are, government things, in going forward. There's been so much positive that's been happening, and with condos and hotels, name hotels, we've got some big names coming in here now.
Yes, sir. We can see like lots of big brands. If you look at the Fortune 500, over 80% global 500's biggest giants company, they're all now stationed in Cambodia. And then if you look at the past 1 year, lots of new brands coming in. Even Ritz-Carlton's are coming in here soon. And then big hotel like Hyatt Regency, Shangri-La.
Carlton Ritz has just been announced with the Royal Group to open up. So I mean, they're not small little companies. So I think it proves how much Cambodia is moving forward. We still hear a lot of stories. But this past is past, and I think every country has a history of life. But to see the development, the way it's going.
And if you look at the forward 10 years, I think it is a golden 10 years for Cambodia. Because if you look at the land price, even in COVID time, now it's still increasing. And then why is because when a country getting more infrastructures, like the infrastructure like the Techno Canal, like the new airport. The new airport is the world ninth biggest.
Yeah.
You know who is the eighth biggest? Is the Shanghai Pudong International Airport.
Oh, wow.
So it's like this airport is similar to the Shanghai size.
Wow.
So you can imagine like when this country link it up with the Belt and Road railways.
Yes.
Canal International Airport, and then they have their own port. So these are why the reason of the land price, why the asset price, real estate price is going up. So I can see like these rebounds will be a big rebound, especially after the end of June, because on 1st of July there will be the new airport will launch.
Right,
and then you can see that once the new airport launch, there will be more accessible to more cities over the world. So like once it can start to firstly increase for the land price must be the Hong Kong Boulevard.
Yeah.
So I believe in the coming 2000 by the second half of the 2025, the property price will going up very fast. Mm-hmm. And then what I can foresee in 2024, there's the last quarter, there's almost over like 400-500 factories moving in from China to Cambodia. Why they're moving into from China to Cambodia is because of the war on the tariff. So you can see like in the past 1 month, US having lots of tariff restriction, not only in Canada, Mexico, but also to China.
Yeah.
So you can see like how the reaction from the Chinese government is actually quite strong. So you can see that the tariff will keep on increase. So at the same time, more factories, especially for the garment industry, for the car industries, and then for the AI industry, they are now moving in. Because in the past 3 months, I have been attended lots of meetings in China, and then there's a big group of Chinese, almost every week coming into China to open factories, to open office, and then to work with the local distributors for their products. So I can see the growth of Cambodia is gonna be very fast, especially started in 2025.
So what do you think Cambodia needs as in investors, as in real estate, as anything? What do you think it still needs to be able to keep growing at a rate that it is?
Firstly, logistics is a big demand. If you look at for Cambodia, what is the most biggest export for Cambodia? Definitely, apart from manufacturing, is the agriculture. So like the cold chain system, they need to build up because now the logistics cost is actually relatively high, like compared with other countries. But like I think now the new government, they're tackling it right now, and then they are working with quite lots of logistic companies to building in the cold chain system, plus the canal and the international airport and the railways. I think that will be a big advantage for Cambodia to develop their agriculture. And then secondly, it definitely is housing. So when all these factory owners, consultants, logistic companies are all coming in, they need the housing. And then so I can see real estate definitely will also be the second big demand soon. If you look at the supplies in the last 2 years, if you look at the CBRE report, you can see like last year only have 2,000 condominium units are being released. So you can see like but actually every year over 80,000 of expats coming in. So you can see why your rental is so expensive.
Yes.
Compare with Australia or compare with Hong Kong. Here is even more expensive than Hong Kong. The Hong Kong the rental is around like 2.3% over the asset price per year. Here is almost 6%.
Oh, wow.
So if you are the property owner, you are happy?
Yes,
because
yes,
6% of the annual return, and then they paying it in US dollar. So very happy, like especially for the mainland Chinese. So like people ask me like, will those mainland Chinese still come to Cambodia to invest? Yes, of course. Like, if you look at the rental yield, here is over 6%. China Greater Bay China, which is the mainland Chinese government push it a lot. If you look at the rental return, it's just 1.2%,
wow.
which is very low.
Yeah.
Compared with Cambodia, it's almost like 4 or 5 times, even more. And then the renminbi is going to drop a lot. Of course, I don't have the crystal ball, but if you look at the JP Morgan's report about renminbi and the past historical record, you can see like last year, renminbi dropped almost 6 to 8%. So this year, 2025, it's gonna be more because the tariff. Somehow like now is restart again. Like 2024, no more fighting on tariff. 2025, new fighting. So like how to offset, how to make the manufacturing in China easier is like firstly, they have to move out to escape from the tariff. Or secondly, they have to decrease the renminbi so you can net off from the 10% tariff. So you can see there's a great investment opportunities for Cambodia because it is the only country using US dollars. So I can see like the investors gonna be coming to be a lot from China.
So do you think these tariffs will affect Cambodia in any way?
Yes, but it's a good
in a positive way.
Yeah, in a positive way. Okay. So the positive way is China somehow is hard. It's hard to export to US anymore because of the Donald Trump new government. This coming 4 years is gonna be hard. And then, but for manufacturer, they cannot stop. So if they stop the order of this season, that means next season you are not going to order from you because they find a replacement. So like what they are doing now is they having factory in different locations. So Cambodia is always their first choice. And then if you look at the salary of Cambodia, actually it's still okay, like $203. I think it's still acceptable. Yeah. Compare with Vietnam, compare with Thailand, I think it's still competitive. So yes, I can see. And then the tariff is the lowest in the world. To Europe, now still 0%. To US, it's for garment is around like 8%, 12%. So actually it's quite low. So it's the lowest, better than Vietnam. But from Cambodia to Europe, 0%.
Wow.
So yes, taking advantage on the tariff, on the new US government's tariff war. So you can see Cambodia, good effect, positive way. And then if you look at the current government, working so hard, like pushing in today Prime Minister is in Philippines.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So you can see working so hard to pitch more investors to come over to Cambodia.
I have noticed that with the new government, they're pushing a lot for investors. Prime Minister Humanet has done a lot in such a short term. You know, try to get a lot more investors to come in and to show how easy it is to open up businesses. I think alone this year, like you said, there's over 10,000 different businesses that have opened up in Cambodia, not just in Phnom Penh, but Cambodia alone. So it's got to be for the economy. And of course, even during COVID, the GDP in Cambodia was one of the highest throughout the world, and still now going strong now. And I mean, you look around, you wouldn't even know COVID was here. It bounced back and gone forward in leaps and bounds. We've seen new infrastructure in Sydneyville, new infrastructure happening in Kampot, Kep, also in Siem Reap with the roads. And that's just not even talking about what's the amazing things that's happening in Phnom Penh in the last 2 years.
Yes, sir. He's a great leader. You can see how hard he is to changing, reform the whole government. At the same time, you can see how hard he is to visit all these countries and bringing in investors. Somehow, this is lucky for Cambodia to have such a great leader.
Finish off the last question. Entrepreneurs. Any advice for entrepreneurs who want to start a business? We're talking about local people. Sometimes, they get a bit scared. They don't know how to do it. They're not sure where to go, who to see. Any advice?
Yes, if you are a startup, firstly, you have to look at the cost. Because many people, when they do the startup, they spend lots of money on the office renovation, like getting a very nice chair and tables. I think like firstly, like back to the business, like focusing on the
basics,
core basic, like what the market needs. And then you need a team of people to work together with you, a community. So that's why, like, if you are a startup, I always suggest you to work in factory lumpen, because in this community, firstly, like if you have anything you have to do list, these community people will help you to make your dreams come true. And then, for example, you want to work with a defense company, then maybe they can introduce to you. The networking is so easy in the co-working space. Secondly, like the renovation is free of charge here. Like we provide free furniture, AC and everything. Right. And then most importantly is to join those events so you can create the content of your company. So many people like just stay in their office. Actually, they cannot create content. But like if you come to have a booth or like join some expo and then create some content of like people surrounding your expo booth and then talking about your product, you can create lots of content. And then somehow like the government are also doing and promoting made in Cambodia products and technology. So like basically like why don't you ride on a free boat and then join those events and then promote your product at the same time, get more clients, get more publicity, and then most importantly, need to find a very good media to support you. Estatedia definitely is a good media that they are very professional, and then they can make your product into another level.
Thank you. And I think you hit the nail on the head. I think one of the biggest things is networking. Don't be scared to meet anyone. Just don't be scared to shake hands and talk to anyone. I think that's how you make some great stories, great successful businesses and a happy life. And I think sometimes some people lack is they're shy. It's just, listen, you get no's, but then you eventually get that yes, and that yes is just going to make life a lot easier for you.
True. Mr. Anthony, you say it very right. Is don't keep behind the screen. You should stand up and then join those networking events and make yourself into a position to let everyone know that you are shine. You can shine to everyone.
I think we've heard so many stories from successful men that say, you know, there's many doors that close, but there's one that will open and they'll give you that break. So just keep trying until that door opens. Dr. Lee, thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure to have a great insight and a discussion of, urban village, the condo, and the factory, and also indulgent of a little bit about what people can do and the future with tariffs and everything else. So it was a good broad. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.